so where has Eddie Murphy been? It's different because it's like, we know Eddie Murphy is still around. It's not like he's been gone for 20 or 30 years. But Eddie Murphy has kind of he's been quiet at least. He's been missing a little bit.
Yeah.
There he is. Eddie Murphy, of course, he's one of the most famous comedians ever. Years ago, you couldn't turn around without a new Eddie Murphy movie coming out. Coming to America, Boomerang, the Beverly Hills Cop series, The Nutty Professor, Dr. Dolittle, Shrek.
Blockbusters.
I love all of these movies that you're naming. Like,
And
this is my childhood.
then there was The Adventures of Pluto Nash. Womp, womp, womp.
Was that really the
Like,
mark?
probably like the biggest box office blunder
Bowfinger.
in history.
Yeah, that we were.
And Meet Dave, you guys remember that?
No.
Imagine that. Yeah, so things hadn't been so well towards the end. And back in 2013, Eddie Murphy actually told Ellen that he's being pickier about choosing his scripts. And he didn't want to be in another movie that sucks, basically. And he makes jokes about Pluto Nash a lot. Like at one point, I think he told a reporter that he turns that on when he wants a good cry. He's a comedian. He's still working though. His last movie was just 2 years ago. Did you guys see Mr. Church?
No.
It made $685,000 at the box office.
What?
But it was a good movie. I watched it. It's a really good movie. But Eddie Murphy, listen, yeah, he has been quiet. Still been busy. He has 9 children. His youngest child is just 2 years old.
So maybe he's just focusing on being a dad.
Speaking of being a dad, we caught him out this weekend. That's his daughter Zola with his ex-wife Nicole Murphy. She graduated high school.
Oh my gosh, that's so cute.
So Eddie's there, you know.
She's
And
tall.
the thing with Eddie Murphy too is that he is solidified as a legend.
Yes.
He has such an he said some of the favorite movies that people see as long as there are movies, I really think. And so he doesn't need to work again, but I do hope he finds a good script.
Beverly
soon.
Hills Cop 4 is in development.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Oh, hell yes.
So we'll see what happens.
I was wondering
with
if
that.
I could say hell.
'Cause in development means we may never see it.
So it's on. Is it like listed on his IMDb
It
right
is.
now? It's like it's in. Okay, so that might mean something.
Yeah. And he's talked about it, and
So
he's in.
I have to bring it up. So there was like that whole thing like over 10 years ago with him getting caught with a prostitute.
I don't even remember that.
You know, it was a
during the stand-up days.
transgender prostitute too, and it was like a really big deal. And
she ended up committing
really
suicide.
Really?
Oh my gosh.
Okay, that took a dark turn. I didn't know about
That's
that. but yeah.
you know what? Actually, that's very on brand for whatever happened to. Because usually, what happens on whatever happened to is I look up someone or Amir looks up someone, and it ends up being kind of sad towards the end. So
Yeah.
hey, you fit that to the bill.
But I remember that was just like a bad time. The way people were talking about him, about the prostitute.
Yeah.
It was. That's just the way I guess it was in the 2000s.
Yeah, that conversation would have went differently now in some ways,
Yes,
but been the
that's
same
what I'm
in
trying
others.
to.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, okay. Well, that's whatever happened to Eddie Murphy. Just
He's still around. He's a good dad.
yeah, good dad, and
Beverly Hills Cop 4 may be on the way.
yeah, we'll see.
What's your favorite Eddie
TBD.
Murphy movie?
Coming to America. Oh, it's easy.
I really like the first Dr.
Golden
Dolittle.
Child. Yeah.